Sorry about that. I'm back. I had to put Mystic away because she was getting a little bit crazy and I couldn't focus. Alright, I was wrong. It is not an earth, it's an air, which actually explains a lot more. Because I do have some air qualities. I just kind of did a little cheat sheet real quick. Um, I am, I'm very rebellious. I am very stubborn. I'm very out there in that sense, as in not as what I mean when I say out there in your face like a fire. I'm very out there and very creative. I paint and I draw. I love art. I love creating. I'm a dreamer. I am very much like that. So that makes a lot of sense to me and puts more together because I feel I do have some earth qualities in me. At least I'm becoming to more the more I grow in my craft and in my ways and I work more with the greenwood realm. But I'm still very much I don't know how to say this in like a nice way without making myself sound, saying it almost like a bad way in myself, but it's not. Like I'm very, very dramatic. I'm very intense. I'm very transformational and fire. But I don't fully like change because I'm a Leo and Leo's I like it my way and I want it to be my way. And if it's not my way, you're going to hear about it and it's not going to be pretty. But at the same time, I like the transformation. I like to flow. I like to move with the water and with the wind. And so to me, that makes a lot of sense. So I have three very different signs, but in ways they all work amazingly together. And at the same time, they work not so amazingly together, depending, I guess, on my mood or what's going on. Um, I was also I also pulled back up what I was looking at before. I don't know if you can see this. Hazel, August 5th to September 1st. That's what I am. The knower, which, there you go, makes sense. The knower. I am very big on my emotions and just knowing. That's always been like a gift of mine is I will know it and I'll just know it in my gut and I won't even tell you how I know it. Like I can't explain it. I just do. And that to me has always been something very big with me, very important to me. And being moon Aquarius, being Aquarius is also wisdom seekers. That's something that I drive for very much in my craft is I want to be a keeper of wisdom and knowledge in the ways and in the craft. That is something I drive to be like my ancestors and like the witches who have passed. And so that makes a lot of sense to me as well. I already said I did mention that I was a salmon. And okay, let's go back to sheep for a minute. When I was a couple years ago, I went to the library and I got this book on astrology. It was a fun book, and there was groups and what they were. It had Chinese astrology and paganism, and it like mixed it together with the different gods and goddesses. The sheep is a moon. It is a moon sign. There was the sheep, the cat, and something else. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But anyway, the sheep, she had these different correspondences that went with the sheep. The sheep were very water-like in ways. They were connected to the moon. Diana was somewhere in that realm as well. Diana is my goddess. They were connected to mermaids in the water, and I don't remember reading on what drew them to that, to coming up with that. But it was just, the more I read it, the more it makes sense to me. I wish I could remember the name of that book, because it wasn't like an actual book you would sit down and read the whole, I mean, you could, I guess, read from cover to cover, but it was more like a little study guide, like a chart, and it had like the first like 40 pages were of birth years, and that's how you could find out what your sign was. And so it went along with Chinese astrology, and it also went along with some Celtic, I'm guessing it was Celtic based astrology. I don't remember, but it was cool to read in it because I mentioned before how much I love mermaids. That was something that the sheep was. I don't know a lot about sheep, so I couldn't tell you why. But So that is something that I thought was interesting. That was the one time where I was like, okay, maybe I am a sheep. That makes sense, but there's nothing else that I can say, at least right now. I would like to do another video later on, maybe after I've studied it a little bit. This is just kind of like this is what I am. This is what I know about it. This is what I am, and this is what I like, and this is why. And so this is just kind of like, I guess, an update. But it's really funny. Like, I was really thinking about it earlier. And I also want to say, I know a lot of people, when you get on these forums and stuff, you see people getting in arguments about, they say, oh, I'm this sign. And then someone goes, no, you're not. That's not the days. And does that and the third. I want to make something clear. Ren, be careful. When it comes to astrology, it is not the same day every year. My birthday is August 22nd. I was born Thursday, I guess morning, at 3:30 a.m. Okay, in 1991, the astrology went for Leo from July 21st to August 23rd. It changes. This year, I believe it is from July 20th or 22nd, or maybe it is still 21st, to August 22nd. The signs change. Just like every year, the day of the week isn't going to be the same day. Like, let's say today's February 2nd. Every year, it's not going to be on a Tuesday every year. They do change. The days differ. So when you go to a forum, that doesn't mean just because it says, oh, like for me, I always get a different answer everywhere I go. Some places say the end of Leo is 21st. Some places say it's the 22nd. Some places say it's the 23rd. Some places say it's the 24th. It's not going to be the same every year. You need to look at what it is for the year you are born at, and that will help you out a lot. I'm a cusp. I'm a Leo cusp Virgo. So I'm born on the last day of Leo. And so I have a lot of Virgo tendencies. I am very OCD about a lot of things. I worry like crazy. Like, I stress myself out to the point of being nauseous so much because I worry, and that is a big Virgo thing. I can be very organized. I can be very, this is how this goes, and this is how this goes, and I want it like this, and I want it like that. Don't touch it. But at the same time, I can be, all right, I don't care. Do whatever you want. My stuff's good. So, I mean, my signs those two kind of collide a little bit, but at the same time, they work together. I like it done my way. That is my Leo side coming out. I like to be organized my way. It might not be you're going to organize. I might not have everything labeled and like, oh, no dust. Like, I might not have it like that, but I just like everything my way. Like, I'm trying to say it without sounding so like a bitch, basically. But no, I do. That is something that I've always been like. And it's funny, the point I'm getting to this is my son is a Scorpio. His birthday is November 1st. Scorpios and Leos are a lot alike. So you can see me and my son, we butt heads a lot. He is 6. I'm not looking forward to what he's going to be like when he is 16. Because we butt heads. And I mean, we butt heads. My mother is a Leo as well. Her birthday is August 9th. So me and her butt heads a lot. A lot. I think Scorpios and Leos get better than Leos and Leos. Personally, my experience, I'm not saying that's like that for everyone, but that's mine. I know a lot of people have bash Scorpios a lot. Or, you hear a lot of things that they're not. They're not nice, and they're bossy, and they're rude, and they're ignorant, and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Personally, that is not my experience. I mean, it is my son, so of course I'm going to defend him. But honestly, at the same time, I'm not going to lie, I've always loved Scorpio. It's always been one of my favorite signs. When I was younger, I used to wish I was a Scorpio instead of a Leo. The more and more I learned about Leo, the more and more proud I was of being Leo. But I've always loved Scorpios. I've always loved that time of year. So it's just, it was Halloween and everything. So that most likely had to do with why. So yeah, my son, he can be very headstrong, like his mother. He can be very bossy, like his mother. He can be very, I want it my way, or I'm going to be mad for the next 5 days, like his mother. Um, he's very independent, like me. That's what I mean. Scorpios and Leos, I feel, have a lot in common. I feel like their signs are a lot alike and a lot different at the same time. So he's creative, but see, I'm very artistic creative. He can be artistic creative, don't get me wrong. This boy loves paint and draw, and he definitely gets that from me. But he is more book creative. I don't want to say book creative, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I mean, when I draw and when I paint and stuff, I usually just, I go off what I'm feeling. He'll see something and he'll want to do it, but turn it into his own. So it's, that's what I mean when I say it is a little bit different. My daughter is a Libra. She is the ultimate Libra. I've been thinking about this all day. She is the perfect balanced 3-year-old I've ever met. She knows what's right and wrong. You can just, when I see her, I just image scales sometimes because she is so balanced. Like, she can be sassy. Don't get me wrong. She can be a sassy brat. But she is perfectly balanced in so many ways. Like, just her presence. Like, just the way that the aura, like the way she is and the way she acts, you can tell how understanding she is of so many things, and how it's just, when I think of Libra, I think of balance, I think of perfect harmony, and that is what she is. And I really feel like she does bring that balance to me and my son. When it's the three of us, it can be in perfect harmony because she is our anchor. She is our scale. She balances us out in so many ways, and to me, that's perfect. Joe is a Sagittarius, my husband. Yeah, my husband, I guess. Um, I don't see a lot of Sagittarius in him. I really have been wanting to look more into that because Sagittarius, they're seekers. They're, from what I've read and looked into Sagittarius, they're very determined people. He's not like that at all. I mean, I guess. Okay, I don't want to say that. He is like that for what he wants. I guess, for only a few things. If he just wants something and it's not like really then, like, he doesn't care. If it's something that's really important, he doesn't worry about it. But if it's something that he really wants to do, or really wants, he thinks he needs, but he doesn't, something stupid, basically, then he's all for it. So, it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe just his transition that he's been going through with whatever's going on with him. And that could be it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I do want to read this to you guys real quick, though. The Hazel. And I just went to Yahoo, Google, and I just typed in Celtic tree signs. And you can look in this woman's website. I find a lot of information on her website. What is it called real quick? Yoursign.com. Life is symbolic. Start interpreting. It's got Celtic tree astrology, Native American animal astrology. It's got regular astrology, Chinese astrology. It's got hold on. Ooh, wait, what was the other one? Oh, Burmese astrology, flower astrology. Ooh, I might look at all this real quick while we're on here. Okay, real quick, let me read this to you so I can look at some other stuff. If you're born under the energy of Hazel, you are highly intelligent, organized, and efficient. Like the Holly, you are naturally gifted in academia and excel in the classroom. That wasn't really me. I mean, it could be, but I didn't try. You also have the ability to retain information and can recall, recite, and expound on subjects you've memorized, and with amazing accuracy. Yeah, most of the time came out when I was in an argument with somebody, but yes, I can do that pretty well. I will pat myself on the back for that one. You know your facts and you are always well informed. This sometimes makes you appear like a know-it-all to others, but you can't help that. You're genuinely smart and usually know the right course of action because of your impressive knowledge base. You have an eye for detail. Yes, I do. And like things to be just so. Yes, I do. There's that part coming out. Sometimes this need for order and control can lead to compulsive behaviors if left unchecked. Yeah. where was I? You have a knack for numbers, science, and things that utilize your analytical skills. Numbers, not my thing. I'm terrible at math. I hate